What's up, ladies and gents? Everyone else. Slappy here with ETM 540 Clubhouse. Back to some more projects. Only, as you can tell by the thumbnail, we will not be working on the Scrambler today. But that's okay. We got to take a little break. We got to rethink. Actually, it's not even rethink. It's more just that we need to make sure. Why am I saying we? I guess, well, because we're doing it together. That's why. What am I thinking? Come on now. Who am I to think that it's any different than things that... Oh my God, I burp when I get nervous. I'm so sorry. It's okay. So we are going to research. That's it, research. We're going to make sure that we have everything that we need in order to make the rest of this process go super smooth. So I just wanted to do a little more educating, learn myself some more stuff. There's some people, thank you so much to those of you who follow the channel and our social media accounts that have been chiming in, telling me tips and tricks on how to make it easier. So I really appreciate that. But I definitely want to just make sure that with what I have here, all of them are going together really smooth so that we can fire it up and ride it. I want the next episode on this to be the last episode so we can move on to what I think is probably going to be our biggest but funnest project yet. So since we are not going to be working on that today, as you can tell by the thumbnail, we're going to be doing a little bit of BMXing. We're going to do a little restoration on one of my buddy's bikes. He actually hooked me up with some really cool old school, I don't know, probably 90s, 76 gas station jackets that his grandpa had. Unfortunately, his grandpa passed away, and him and I and a bunch of other kids in our hometown, we all used to hang out at this gas station. And so he was like, hey, I saw these and thought you should have them. And I thought that was freaking rad. But he actually found this cruiser in a dump pile. It was going to a scrapyard, and he immediately grabbed it and said, hell no, I'm freaking keeping that thing. And he just asked me hey, if I give you these jackets, would you mind fixing this up for me? And freaking hell yeah, I would. So we are going to do some cleanup on that, hopefully get it all nice and running and riding smooth, and then we'll give it back to him. We were here for several hours, about 12 to be exact, yesterday. And I got a bunch of other stuff done. Super excited about that. Finally got the quad running nice and smooth. That's up for sale on our marketplace. So if you're interested in a 05 Yamaha Raptor 80, it's a freaking cruiser. But yeah, let's get to freaking work. Let's do this. Let's get on the BMX. Let's get that cruiser going. Okay, let's go. So as with any build that I do, whether it be one of these or any of these others, I like to do a nice little cleanup before I start working on things, just because it prevents dirt and crap and all that from dropping in. And I've seen other people who will just start working on stuff and just get right to it and not even do this, and I'm always cringing because I'm just afraid that something's gonna literally end up in the zone where I don't want it, and it's gonna mess the whole thing up. So anyways, it's just a bike, it'll be okay. But I'm still gonna clean it, it's kind of the whole point. And then we'll start unbolting some stuff and bolting stuff back on, and oh my God, I'm sore and fat and way out of shape. But I did do a lot yesterday, so there's no excuses. Let's freaking clean this thing. So we're getting pretty close to putting new parts on, or swapping parts, and I've just been cleaning along here and there. I wanted to show you guys for stuff like this, when doing a restoration, like all this grime and whatnot. When you're not doing a full teardown and rebuild, like on some builds I've done, it's super easy just to get a wire wheel and just hit that really quick, give it a nice little polishing. Yeah, I know, I'm using an impact drill for doing this, but hey, it's how these fit in. Just don't judge me. But there you go. A little bit of that. And boom, bam. You got it nice and cleaned up. And there's some other areas that needed on here. I'm going to do what needs to be done. But it's a survivor. We're not tearing this thing fully down. It's still good. Like, it sounds perfectly okay as far as everything goes. The bearings just need to be greased. We just need to clean it up a little bit. And it'll be a rider. Oh, and we need to tune those too. Yeah, definitely. But we'll be good. So we're going to keep cleaning. And then here pretty soon, we'll take these old cranks off. Got another pair, got a new seat for it. And we'll just try and do the best we can to make it ride worthy. Yeah. All right, so we've cleaned about as much as we can for now, just to where it's somewhat decent. And as we're taking parts off and replacing them, we'll clean them up even more. But I don't think I said this, but what we have here is actually a late 90s, early 2000s GT Pro Series 24-inch cruiser. I'm having such a hard time talking today. And it is probably, I'm going to say, a base model, something that you could just get off of your local bike shop floor. Nothing special. GT did go to crap eventually. I did used to ride some of their stuff back in the day. I actually had a few GTs. I had a Performer. I had a GT Show. I used to actually ride Pro Flatland, and that is the bike that got me kicked off of my career. And then, I don't know, I had one other, and probably some dynos in there too. But yeah, this thing's cool. And the fact that it was in a scrap pile, I mean, it's pretty crazy, because that piston stem that is on there, for those of you that know BMX, that stem alone is worth a little bit of money. Plus, it's got the GT Mohawk hubs. And Mohawk hubs, maybe not now. I don't know if they're still popular or not. If you know, mention it in the comments. But I know that growing up, Mohawk hubs were the shiznit. So, yeah. Anyways, enough of that. So we are going to pull the cranks and kind of see if we can get our replacement cranks to fit and see if they'll work. Now, I'm not putting anything fancy on here. It's just a little cruiser bike. I did have some old school Diamondback 3-piece, or I think they're actually 2-piece, from when I was sponsored by them. It came on one of their base models, and I took those off and replaced it with profiles, as anyone would do. And so I just still had them laying around. So I'm going to see if we can get those to fit. And if not, we'll just have to figure something else out. But yeah, they're decent. I use them on other projects, so they're freaking super heavy. But my buddy's not going to be racing this thing anytime soon. So yeah, let's pull these cranks off and go from there. Okay, let's see if she's going to fight us or not. Well, there's a little fight. Oh. I don't know if you can see, but I'm actually using my wrist as a stopper. Oh, yeah. And yes, I did grease this. And no, these are not reverse thread. Or are they? Okay, I'm an idiot. Reverse thread. Should have known better. But hey, in my defense, I don't work on many two-piece. I mean, yep. Yeah, whatever. You know what I mean. Okay. Those aren't too bad, actually. All right, so we are going to be reusing the sprocket, so we are going to make the attempt to get this off the impact. Oh, nice. Oh, that actually went a lot smoother than I expected. Ooh-wee. And I'm gonna save all pieces I take off until we are ready to fully disassemble, because we may need some of it. Oh, look at that. I didn't even need to take an impact to that one. Love it. Perfect. That's actually a really nice sprocket. So, a little old school, but it's nice. It's aluminum and it's light. All right, well, we'll clean this one up, and then we'll see what our bearings look like for our bottom bracket. So just from first impressions, these are not looking... Yeah, that's not good. Not terrible, but not great. But if you're from the old school, you know this trick. Freaking just take a rag, roll that little bitch around. They'll clean them right up. And fortunately, I got a little bit of grease that we're going to use to pack these back up. Before we do that, we'll clean out all of this gunk and garbage and crap, and we'll get them back in there and see if our new cranks will work. So I'm going to clean on these, and then we will go from there. Shoo-wee! That was probably the sloppiest grease job I've ever done. Oh, that was terrible. I can't even turn my camera off because I got so much grease on my freaking hands. So as it turns out, we are going to have to use our nuts and washers and everything from our old setup, which is totally fine. The only problem is I'm struggling with seeing whether or not this is going to function, because it looks as if it may be off a little bit on some stuff. So I don't know. We're going to tear it down. We're going to try it. Let's see what happens. Crossing fingers. And not to keep you in the dark, but what it is that our side that accepts our sprocket needs a spacer, and I'm just trying to figure out how I can make that work. Or maybe it doesn't. It looks like it might be okay. Ooh, it's actually too small. Interesting. We all know about being too small, don't we, fellas? Oh, maybe it's just me. Okay, well, I'm going to have to figure this out. I think once we get that on there, I think we'll be good. Okay, let's probably reamer. Sounds good. And I know some of you are probably like, why are you going to ream that perfectly good sprocket when you could just get another sprocket? Because it doesn't matter. Do it anyways. Work with what you got. Okay, that's enough. All right, she's all nice and reamed, kind of like some of your attitudes about me doing that. And she fits perfect. Perfect. So now this was the question on whether or not we needed this, and I'm pretty sure the answer is now no. We don't, but now the other question is, will this fit? And the answer is fart. Well, the answer actually isn't fart, but what? Or is it? Oh, it's regular thread. That's fine. But it functions and works. Look at that. God, I love it. I love when companies work together and actually make stuff that's interchangeable. It makes me so happy. All right, so with that, let's go ahead and tighten that down. Just need to take a little screwdriver punch, 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 boom, bam. Now that we know that that side fits, the other side's definitely gonna fit. We can put this back on, move on to the next thing. And just for those of you who don't know what I was talking about, here you go. Just punch, use a hammer. Here, hammer, punch, tap down on those little slots right there, and then you are good to go. The more the better, because you don't want a sloppy sprocket. No one likes a sloppy sprocket. Most annoying thing ever. Okay, cool. She's on. Boom, bam. And now we just put it in reverse, same as the first. And everything clears, so we're good on that. Probably overdid the grease, but who cares? Now that is reverse threads. Oh, and she lines up nice. All right. Hell yes. I love that these worked out. They're not very good, but they're not terrible either. All right, why am I struggling? I should turn this around. That's freaking stupid. What am I reaching over for? All right, bringing you along with me. There we go. Now these are gonna loosen up on you, so I do tighten them a little more than I should, especially because it's just unsealed bearings, which, trust me, I don't fully condone unsealed bearings. I'm just using it for this project because that's what we have. But I'm also not going to put a pair of $500 profiles on here either. You know what I mean? 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 Okay, with that, we can tighten that down. Let me just reach over you here really quick. Sorry about that. Ooh, it actually didn't move much. So I'm going to adjust out on that one because we don't want it that tight. So we'll get our punch and hammer back out. There we go. And it's still a little tight. That's better. Oh yeah, no slop. Perfect. Sweet. Love how this is going. And that statement usually means that I'm about to F myself. All right. All right. Boom. We have cranks. Shalockness. Now I have to apologize to my buddy for this next part because I actually didn't have very good pedals to be using for this. So, I mean, I do, but they're not the greatest of condition. There's a little bit of slop in this side, but they work. They function. They spin. And they'll do exactly what they need to do for this build. So I'm going to put these on. They're not name branded is all, but they're pretty typical to the old school 90s era, 2000s of, you know, that style. So we'll put these on, and then after that we can do a little chain clean, flip this thing over, wipe it down a bit more. Yeah, you'll see. God, I'm gassy and just old man today. This is ridiculous. What am I doing? All right, and if you know BMX, you know that your pedals are marked left and right. And you need to make sure you have them in there properly. And the sad part about what I'm working with right now is that, what the hell? I have two rights. No joke. I have two rights. Oh my god. So I guess when I rebuilt these, I put a right spindle on. Oh, that's so stupid. Okay, well, luckily I have another set of pedals. They're not also the greatest, but at least there's a left and a right. Yep, there is. Okay, so still not the greatest, but hey, they'll work. He's just cruising this thing. He ain't dirt jumping it, so those other ones are just gonna have to go by. God, what? See, like, the moment that I said this thing's going together pretty smooth, immediate karma. All right, so we'll get these squared away, and for those of you who know, these are 15 millimeters. And what's funny is that in the BMX world, the 15 millimeter is basically the 10 millimeter of BMX. Like, you can never find one when you need one. They're always missing. And there is a method to the threadings on these two. One's reversed, one's not. It's kind of freaking weird. I can never remember in all the years and how many sets of pedals I've put on and off bikes. I still can't remember what side is reverse thread and which one isn't. It's so freaking weird. I think someone back in the day like screwed up manufacturing wise and then was just like, fuck it. that's the industry standard now. And you know, they had so many sets of cranks or pedals or whatever built, and they were like, this is gonna be a catastrophe if we have to redo this. This is gonna cost us tons of money. And they were just like, run it. All right, so I'm going to take this chain off and give it a nice little white trash rebuild. And by that, I mean I am going to run it through our wire wheel. Hey, it works. And we'll call it good because it's still good. It's still solid. It just got a lot of surface rust on it. So, but yeah, I'll take the clips off of this thing because it does have a master link. I did bring my chain puller, but it turns out I don't need it. So that's okay. And then we'll clean that up, and then after that, we can get this back on, flip this thing over, kind of finish up, grease up, do all we need to do, and see about going and cruising it for a sec, because I think it's going to be ready soon. Sidetrack. Oh, yeah, there we go. Yeah. A little bit of clean job, you know? Ooh, that thing sounds good. Yeah, we got some tightening to do with some things. All right, cool. Distracted. Nailed it. No, I didn't. Okay, with that all clean, let's freaking throw this thing on. I'm not going to fully put it on yet, just for the sake of easement of adjustments and whatnot, because I have a feeling we're going to need to make a few, which is okay. Perfect. All right. Yep, we're definitely gonna have to. We're gonna have to make an adjustment, which is fine. Let's do it. Okay, so now this is actually already a little free played. So we're just gonna adjust that back a little bit. Give it, oh, there we go, the space we need. And God, these are actually pretty squared up. So these chain tensioners, I actually used to run these riding street. And they worked out pretty good. And yes, I ran them with pegs. I was able to make it work. But these ones are kind of nice. I like these. I haven't seen these before, but yeah, they're pretty rad. There we go. Too much. Oh, no, that's about right. Maybe a little less. There we go. Awesome. Sweet. Yeah. Yeah. You like that? No, I'm just kidding. Oh, other side's already nice and tight. Hell yeah. Let's see how she roll. And I'm just putting a little more tension on it now that that's tightened down where it needs to be. Oh yeah, that's perfect. That's perfect. Call that good. Grease it up, slap it. So I am going to use an actual legit grease, FYI. I don't just use WD-40, I just use that for breaking down the grease and grime that's all over the bikes and parts and whatnot before we go into final assembly. But this is just a basic little 3-in-1 lubrication, rust preventative type of dealio. I actually left my tri-flow at home, so I'm going to use this instead. And yeah, it's already making some massive improvements. I don't want to use too much, but I'm not going to cut my buddy short either. So, but that sounds freaking great. Holy crap. This bike is a jewel. Like, seriously, who would ever throw this in the freaking trash? Hell yeah. Alright. While it's here, I'm going to go grease all the rest of this stuff. Then we'll get it down. Change out the seat, put on some grips, adjust the brakes, and call her freaking yeah! Wow, this thing does not need much. Like, you hear that? Yeah, me neither. See what I did there? Alright, let's take her down. See! Alright, we are going to adjust our workspace here, because we don't need that no more. Alright, we're going to take this sucker and roll it over to Daddy's little sweet spot. Wait, that sounded really weird. I'm sorry. Yeah. We're just going to pretend that didn't happen. And I was going to replace this seat, but quite honestly, like, I don't know. I kind of don't want to. I kind of want to just take the parts that are falling off and just cut those out and then call it good, because it's a Pro Series seat. Why wouldn't you leave a Pro Series seat on a Pro Series, right? Yeah, let's just do that, because any other seat I put on here isn't going to look right. It's like cutting the grip tape off of a skateboard. Yeah, that works. Like that. I'm into that. Okay, next up, do a quick wipe down over the top, and then we'll get some grips on, and you know what I'm... You killer. You could tell this was left outside at one point in its life. Just probably leaning up against the side of the house or something because the top has got all the corrosion. The bottom doesn't look too bad, but the top, the paint is all jacked up from the sun hitting it or Papa hitting it with his weed eater or whatever the case may be. But to tell you the truth, that's what I like about Survivor stuff. It tells a story. It's not the same old that everyone's got. It's different. So that's why even for this, when I take this back to my buddy, you know, and when I first told him I was going to work on it, I told him I don't want to change up anything other than getting it working for you, and that's it. Because it looks cool as is. And I appreciate bikes like that. So, okay. God, this thing is solid actually. Alright, and that needs some grease, big time. Holy crap. That thing is fused in there. We're gonna have to address that, but in the meantime, oh yeah, she's releasing. See you getting there. Okay. Let's get some grips on her. Now I know some of you like to use the old air technique. Well, not me. I do a little WD-40, honestly. This has worked my entire life. Put that on there, and then you don't freaking touch it for at least overnight. And then when you go to grab onto it the next day, it'll be perfectly fine. Nailed it. It's all it needs. Right there. Love it. Okay. Let's see if these tires are up. Oh, that's awesome. Yes. Oh, I'm fully going to suggest that he gets some new tires, but for now, this is awesome. If this fills up, I'm going to be so pumped. Uh-oh. No way. Holy crap. Freaking jewel. Alright guys, there she is. Dang, she freaking cleaned up nice. Now remember, this thing was found in a freaking scrap bin. Forgotten. Put on the side of someone's house to rot and die. And now she is all back together, cleaned up, greased up, cleaned up, greased up, cleaned. Did I mention cleaned up and greased up? God, I'm an idiot. But she looks good, and I'm pretty stoked with the Survivor-like feel. Now, I know some of you are probably like, why didn't you fully restore? If this is your first time on our channel, we like the Survivors. We're not all about primp and paint and polish. I do want to get there one day, because I know there's some things that do require that, and we do have some builds that have that type of a finish. But for the most part, we use what we got. We build stuff that's been left and forgotten, and that's just how we roll. So my buddy already knows that this is what I have planned for this. And yeah, I'm freaking loving how it came out. All that's left is to go cruise it. So let's go get her on the streets. All right, well, she's back on the street where she belongs, and Holy crap, in the sun. It looks that much better. That's freaking awesome. But yeah, let's go cruise this thing. See how she feels. Oh yeah. That's nice. That'll work. Oh, she is a cruiser. Super nice cruiser. That's freaking awesome. I may have to keep it. Yep. Hell yeah. That was dumb. I'm so sorry. That was stupid. Just cut that out. Just cut it out. All right, that'll work. I like it. Letting the teenager ride it for a sec. I think he just racked his balls already, though.
Oh, baby.
Thing feels freaking good. I like 24 inchers, actually. The bikes, 24-inch bikes. Get your money out of the gutter. But that thing rides smooth. And it feels good. Hell yeah. Sounds good, feels good. Nice and tight. Boom, bam. Yeah, you are a skid mark. Power slide. Yeah, she feels nice, huh?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Sorry, Bobby, you're not getting him back.
How can I help you?
He gets so nervous whenever the camera comes on now. It wasn't always that way. I could promise you that. But hey, thank you guys for coming along. Joining us on a little BMX rebuild modification thingamaboobskis. I say that because we like boobs. And yeah. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, comment, and we'll see you in the next one. Get off me!